Last year, at our sales kickoff, I stood before you and shared my excitement about the road ahead for our company and our strategic plan. I must tell you, that excitement pales in comparison to what I'm feeling today about the promise that 2017 holds for all of us and our long-term future. Exactly 1 year ago, I shared with you what I think it takes for companies to be successful. I mentioned the famous book titled Built to Last, and my observation that in order to succeed in today's world, companies need to be built to transform. My message was that companies need to be built not just for one transformation, but for several of them going on simultaneously and completed in shorter cycles of 2 to 3 years. I outlined the 4 major transformations our company will be undergoing. The first was to become a true enterprise software company. The second was to become an enterprise software company that masters the art of a large portfolio. Third was to become an enterprise software company with a large portfolio unified by analytics. And lastly, the fourth was to transform into an enterprise company with a large analytical portfolio in the cloud. As you recall, to achieve these 4 transformations, we set out on a company strategy we named NICE 2020, which defines our framework and vision for what the company needs to be by the year 2020. At the time, I wasn't at liberty to disclose to you every aspect of this strategy, but rest assured, the planning was all there. Over the past year, we continued to execute very aggressively on the NICE 2020 strategy, going through the transformations at an accelerated pace. We divested those parts of the company that were not aligned with our core business. We made changes to improve our ability to scale and be more profitable. And we invested in becoming a real enterprise software company. So, where do we go from here? Well, I'm here today to tell you, building your company to transform is critical, but I don't think it's enough. I believe true market leaders need to be built to disrupt. Companies that are built to disrupt are innovators that displace an existing market, industry, or technology to produce something new and more advantageous. It is a powerful combination of being at once destructive and creative. Companies that are disruptors are the forces that shape our world for years to come. They are the ones that set the agenda, the mindset, and the rules for everyone else. And disruptors don't just enjoy a dominant position, they also make a lot of money. We've all heard the stories of disruptors through the ages, but I want to share with you a story of disruption that happened in Beaumont, Texas, not even 90 miles from where we are this morning. On January 10, 1901, this week 115 years ago, oil began to spurt from Lucas Well No. 1, sending oil 100 feet into the air. That gusher created a new reality for the state of Texas, the entire nation, and the world. The disruption began by transforming Texas's economy from its rural agricultural roots into the petroleum and industrial age. Railroads began to appear, developing small towns into large cities. And the arrival of railroad expanded farmers' and ranchers' markets by providing faster and cheaper shipping of products. But the changes were even more profound, as petroleum began to displace agriculture as the principal engine driving the economy of the world, and the second stage of the Industrial Revolution. The 20th century is filled with stories of disruption, like the invention of the radio, the first personal computer, and even in our young century, there are numerous examples of disruptors, like the smartphone or the driverless car. I believe there are 3 things common to all disruptors. Disruptors think big. They understand the large trends that are driving their markets, identify the big gaps and opportunities these trends expose, and are willing to make big moves to take advantage of these opportunities. Just like a master chess player, a disruptor is thinking multiple steps ahead for maximum advantage. Disruptors change the game. They challenge traditional thinking, legacy models, and the status quo. They destroy or just leapfrog the old and use technology, creativity, and their understanding of the market to build something new. that may be based on the same core elements, but addresses them in a completely different way. Disruptors take the lead. They are the leaders of their domain, and they proactively seek out opportunities to advance their leadership. They evangelize and represent the spirit of disruption throughout everything they do and every interaction they have. They own the right experience and expertise, the best technology and resources, and they are able to execute on their vision. They miss no opportunity, and they continuously create new ones. I'm here to tell you that NICE is built to disrupt. We are facing a true perfect storm for disruption due to an accumulation of multiple factors. First, our core and adjacent markets are undergoing a technological disruption. Second, we are extremely well aligned to respond to these disruptions due to our most recent strategic moves and acquisitions. And third, our competitors are at a historically weak position, opening up for us a powerful window of opportunity. This is a very unique position, which most companies face once, maybe twice in their lifetime, and in many cases, they miss that opportunity, unable or incapable of capitalizing on the situation. Let's take a look at what we are doing in order to not be that company that is missing the opportunity and to leverage this disruption to its fullest. As disruptors, first of all, we have to think big. There are major technical and social forces operating in our world today, as we see trends related to demographical and generational shifts, emergence of the sharing economy, information abundance, and rise of social networks. We are witnessing several major forces shaping our world. These forces include the Internet of Things, digital currencies, additive manufacturing, 3D printing, and mobility. Specifically for our markets, we are witnessing a combination of 3 additional disruptive forces, all happening at the same time. Data transformation, analytics and artificial intelligence, digital transformation, digitization, and cloud transformation. Faced by these powerful transformations, a true disruptor takes big, bold moves to take advantage of these forces, and that's exactly what NICE did. We now made all the right moves and have all the assets we need across all 3 disruptions to not just think big, but think extra large. We can now expand our total addressable market 5-fold and have a line of sight to our next big goal. We are officially moving to the next stage of our strategic plan, the successor to NICE 2020. I'd like to present to you NICE 2B. NICE 2B is our game-changing disruptor strategy across all our markets to become a $2 billion company. We are going to reinvent the customer service market as we know it. Our investments and core capabilities offer a unique opportunity to change the game across 3 dimensions. First, we are going to use a pincer movement approach that takes our solutions for the high end of the market, such as analytics and robotic automation, to the lower end of the market. At the same time, we plan to attack from the other direction, taking our fully integrated cloud solutions up market. Second, we're taking our disruption to an international level. Today, both Nexidia and InContact operate mostly in the U.S., with little presence in other markets. Our plan is to leverage the NICE global assets we have to support our international expansion needs. Third, we finally have a solid offering for the SMB markets with Uptivity and VPI, and we intend to fully dominate this market. For financial crime and compliance, where we are the current market leader, our strategy is to take our competitive edge to expand through selling additional analytics to our existing customers, venturing beyond the classic finance vertical to adjacent markets and new verticals, such as insurance and gaming, introducing cloud offering for the lower market tiers, and building new solutions based on the Actimize technology, such as ABC. So this is how we plan to change the game. But to be a true disruptor, we need to also take the lead. Taking the lead is not only about being first, it's being first, doing your best, and doing it at the right time, at the inflection point. History is full of disruptors that did not take the lead simply because they were ahead of their time. For example, 3Com came out with the Palm Pilot in 1997, a few years before the wireless connectivity revolution. And Xerox actually invented the first mouse, but it took several years later and a disruptor like Steve Jobs to make it a mainstream success. We as a company are very fortunate that we are there exactly at the right time. We are the best, and we acquire the best. InContact and Excidia are both by far the leaders of their respective markets. But it's not just acquisitions. In every direction we take, we make sure we're the best. For example, our decision to go with AWS, the leading public cloud framework. And most importantly, to take the lead and be number one, we need to execute with no compromises, delivering solid results and working together like a well-oiled machine. This brings me to my last point. I hope that by now you see why NICE is built to disrupt, and I hope you agree with me that we have an exciting opportunity to make this disruption happen. But it takes more than a powerful company strategy to successfully disrupt the world. To be a truly disruptive company, we need to be an army of disruptors. Disruptors behave differently and stand out. They are disruptors in what they say they will do, what they actually do, and how they do it. So, what does it mean for every single one of us to be part of the army of disruptors? Think big. Look behind the details to see the bigger picture. Paint a bold picture for our customer of where they could be. Be creative, imaginative, and ambitious. Find synergies. Introduce several solutions that can work together to address a business challenge. Present a phased approach that takes customers beyond today and into the future. Change the game. Disruptors don't accept business as usual. Challenge our customers' thinking, their assumptions. Change the way they're thinking about their problems and introduce novel and innovative new ways of addressing them. Flank our competition by restating the problem and bringing a new solution to the table. Take the lead. Disruptors are leaders of their domain. They know their stuff inside and out. They are experts in the area of disruption. You need to know everything you can about our relevant value proposition, messaging, products, and solutions. This is why this week is so critical, for you to get an opportunity to sharpen your disruption skills. And disruptors also take the lead in the way they conduct themselves. They have an attitude of disruption. It's evident in how they behave, what they say, from the very first meeting, in every demo, in every proposal, in every social activity they engage in. I see all of us here in this room and in our offices around the world as one big army of disruptors, marching with a mission to disrupt our markets, our competitors, and our customers. I want you to look to your left, then look to your right. You're looking at your fellow soldiers in the army of disruption. If you think your title says account executive, think again. It's disruption executive. If you're a sales engineer, you're actually a disruption engineer. And if you're a sales specialist, guess what? You're now a disruption specialist. Look under your chairs. You will find your Army of Disruption kit, which includes your Disruption Army credentials, and your Weapons of Mass Disruption, which is our value proposition presentations across our entire portfolio of solutions. You can refer to me as your disruptor-in-chief, and I know that together we will be embarking on a market and life-changing mission of disruption. Years from now, you will be able to say, I was there, in Houston, when the NICE Army of Disruption was founded. I believe, more than any other year I can remember, 2017 is the best year to be a salesperson in NICE. because the markets are ripe for disruption, and the best disruptors make the most money. And trust me, this is an opportunity for each of you to disrupt your own personal record of most deals won, largest deals won, and most commission dollars earned in a single year. And I'm looking forward to paying these commissions. Remember to always think big, change the game, and take the lead. Now let's go out there and disrupt the world. Are you ready?